What's going on, guys? Austin Zay back here with another YouTube video, and in this video right behind me, we just bought a rental property. We're renovating the property, and then we're gonna refinance out of the mortgage that we're in right now, go into a conventional mortgage, put some tenants in here, and we're gonna keep it for a really long time. So I got my business partner here. His name is also Austin. If you've never met him, you should definitely go check him out. His link will be in the description down below, and if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you took just a second and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So I got Austin Lewis here, and we're about to walk through the property and give you an update of the property. Now, we bought this property probably a month or so ago, give or take. And again, we bought it with hard money, okay, private money, and we bought it at a pretty big discount, right? We bought it for $267. I think it's worth $360. So what is that, 75 cents on the dollar? Yep. I think right in that ballpark. And so we bought it, and now we're renovating the property, and we're about to go ahead and get a conventional loan, refinance out of the loan that we're in, pull our cash back out, move some tenants in here, and it's going to be a great time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the property. So we're here right now. We're standing in the kitchen slash kind of the living room, and we actually just had a bunch of cabinets delivered, okay? So it's gonna be a ton of fun, and I'm gonna show you what this kind of property looked like before. So if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you just went ahead and just smashed the like button for the YouTube algorithm. That would mean the world to me. So I've been putting a lot of thought, Austin, into, money, right? And real estate and the different markets. We're invested in a bunch of different markets, right? We're obviously young, we're 25, but we've been trying very hard to build wealth, right? To build passive income, to make money, and to take that money and invest into things that make us more money, right? So right now, we've done everything from the ATM business, we've done real estate, we've done traditional real estate, we've fixed and flipped real estate, we've invested into a lot of the cryptocurrencies out there, Forex, all sorts of different stuff. I think we recently, we just bought a Walmart store, okay? So it's like Walmart automation. How does that even work?
I mean, it's pretty simple. Walmart automation, just specifically on Walmart automation, pretty much is the same as Amazon. You purchase a product, it gets shipped to your door, you do exactly the same thing from Walmart. Walmart supplies the product, puts it on Amazon, they purchase it through Amazon, it actually goes through Walmart, which Austin and I are then going to be the owners of this particular Walmart store, which is going to have X amount of products. They go through Amazon, they literally don't know that they're going through Walmart, but they are going through Walmart, and that's just the name of the
unbelievable, right? So 2020, I mean, gosh, dude, there's the amount of different places and there's so many ways to make money essentially in 2020, right? Now, obviously, we've been a big fan of real estate for 5 years now. I mean, me and Austin have been investing in real estate for some time now, right? We're in a market right now where, a lot of people are probably watching the video, Austin, and they're like, I'm uncertain about what the market's gonna do, right? In 2021, we might see a market crash, right? A housing crash, because we're in a freaking housing bubble, What would you tell somebody like that? I mean, there's so many things that you can do. I mean, gosh, we're buying property anyways.
I think in Austin actually was the one that actually taught me this. He's like, Austin, it doesn't really matter if the actual housing market crashes because you're not gonna sell the house in the housing crash. And I thought about it for a second. I was like, well, absolutely. So why not pick up another rental like we had just done in Tempe, picking this property up at $267. It's worth $360 once it's all done. Our rental costs are going to be anywhere from $25,000 to $30,000. At the end of the day, specifically what Austin was just talking to you guys about was creating cash flow, right? Austin, I've always had businesses that create cash flow, and then of course you want to invest in those things that continue to create cash flow, but more importantly, you want wealth and you want to build wealth. And really the only industry, or really one of the best industry, I know a lot of individuals that invest in stocks. Stocks are amazing. I know his portfolio is up 6 to 8% this week. My portfolio is up 6 to 8% this week. Stocks are an amazing investment, but again, at the end of the day, you can't really touch it, you can't really smell it, and you can't really feel it. What better place to put your money? Take your cash flow that you earn on a monthly basis from all the businesses that we've started and put it into cold, hard real estate,
baby. Okay, so obviously I love what you're saying. It's one of the truest things I've personally ever heard. Right now, again, diversification is a big thing. You said it yourself, right? We're invested in the stock market. We're invested in, these other things. But real estate, at the end of the day, when a lot of people, when I listen to the people that are like, Austin, don't buy real estate in the top of the market, blah, blah, blah. There are people that were over leveraged back in the crash, and the banks called the notes, and it was a really weird time back then, right? They were giving loans to people that should have never had a loan. And they were giving way too many of them. There's these people that they had hundreds of properties that were all over leveraged. They had no equity, right? And all of a sudden, the market went to crap and they were forced to sell, right? They were forced to sell. So assuming you're not over leveraged, right, then the real estate market historically over 20, 30, 40, 50 years is always going up.
Yep.
So even on a short-term basis, if it's up and down, well, look, like you said, right, just don't sell when it's down. The bottom line is this, get into real estate. Interest rates, I believe, we went to the bank the other day.
Yep.
I think we can get, if it's your primary mortgage, okay, if it's your primary or your secondary mortgage, you're going to live in the property, you can get below 3% right now interest rates, right?
Which
I think,
is insane.
which honestly nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's at an all. I don't even know. You're going to drop in the comments like, Austin, you know what you're talking about. So look, at the end of the day though, right, an investment property, depending on your lender, depending on who you go, who it is that you talk to, you can still probably get an interest rate on an investment property for probably 3.5 to 4%, which again is basically free money. I mean, at the end of the day, right? Like Austin said, right, if you have extra money, get into the real estate game. Right? Do your homework. Figure out where it is that you live. Well, obviously, we're here in Tempe, Arizona. Lewis, actually, this is where I met you. I met you in Tempe, Arizona.
Yeah. Actually, not far from here.
Literally,
miles.
right down the road.
Literally, yeah.
Like 5 years ago. It might have been 5 or 6 years ago now.
Now.
Insanity, okay? Now, here we are buying properties. We got the chirping birds in the background, and we're about to make a decent amount of money.
The beautiful part about what Austin had taught me actually about real estate, for those of you that are watching this right now, again, make sure and smash the like up button because supposedly it helps the YouTube algorithm. And if you guys are brand new here, make sure to come subscribe as well. Drop in the comment section, show some love on this video because this guy will teach you anything and everything you want to know about passive income, real estate, getting into business, Roth IRAs, anything you want, this guy will teach you on his channel, so make sure and do that. But to dive into it just a little bit more, if you are a little bit of a skeptic of real estate, I'll be the first to raise my hand. I was a little skeptic of real estate because I said, man, why would I want to tie up X amount of dollars? And what if I end up being stuck with a mortgage and not have renters? Well, first of all, the housing rental is essentially
insane.
More than, I think, there's probably more renters than there are purchasers.
We'll show a video, literally, Grant Cardone, talking about America's becoming a renter's nation.
Yes.
You know.
Because again, at the end of the day, people don't want the hassle. They don't want to fix the light bulbs. They want the ease. They don't want to have to worry about the landscaping. They want to be able to, in 3 years, pick up their family from Florida and move to Las Vegas.
Without even worrying
about it. All they have to do is just let their landlord know, hey, I'm just going to be moving out of this property. And then the landlord just, again, aka Austin and I now, just re-rent the property. So again, that's just you guys having to understand finance, right? Again, real estate is a little bit of finance because Austin and I are like, okay, well, he had talked about it in my previous video that said, hey, we're going to account for $100 a month towards the mortgage essentially, right? And maybe you can break this down for them, for those of them that don't understand this, that essentially you're not going to have a property like this in Tempe, Arizona, a couple miles from ASU, all of the attributes, a completely renovated house, painted, nice, beautiful place, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and have that sit on the market for X amount of days.
It's not going to happen, right? It just isn't going to happen. It doesn't matter what market you're in at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, if you're in a good market, right? If you do your homework, do your due diligence, do your research, then you're buying real estate in an up-and-coming area, right? We would never go buy real estate in a market that's going downhill, right? There's markets in the United States that people are leaving, right? They're not moving to, they're leaving. Do your due diligence and do your homework, but as long as people are flocking to that particular area, then it's essentially like we talk about, right? You can't lose. Anytime you're in a situation where you can't lose, you should go all in, right? Put your foot to the metal and go all in, right?
And here's the last point that I want to leave to you guys before we jump into the rest of this video. Austin has said this ever since I met him. He said, you know what, Austin? Stocks are going to crash. Bitcoin is going to skyrocket and then it's going to crash. Everything goes up and everything goes down. But he said, you know what? One thing that you got to remember is sometimes at some point, someone will always need a place to live.
100% of the time, right? Man, I love that, dude. I love that. I'm glad we're on the same page. It's really important that you also get a partner that is on the same page with you. It makes things a lot easier. It makes us able to actually go out and dominate multiple things at any given time. And we get to bring content to you so that you can smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Look, at the end of the day, we bought this property, right, at a deep discount, right? The tenants are going to pay this thing off over the long haul. Put about 25, like Lewis said, about 25 or 30 grand into it, right? We're going to refi out of it into a conventional mortgage. Now we're going to create probably anywhere from $400 to $600 in cash flow. And we're going to keep updating you as time goes along. And we're just going to probably go ahead and wrap it up right here until the next video, which again, you're going to come back, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Okay, drop in the comment section below what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see more of, less of. and subscribe if you haven't already. Again, on my channel, we talk about finance, we talk about business, we talk about real estate. Check out all the links in the description below, including the other Austin's YouTube channel. Definitely go subscribe to that, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.